Good morning, students. Today also we have to do some problems in straight lines. Yesterday we have completed up to 18, example number 18. So let us start from example number 19. So here the first problem is three vertices of a triangle are given. We have to find the orthocenter. So please refer to the diagram. Three vertices I have marked. So orthocenter is the point of concurrence of the altitudes. We have to find any two altitudes and solve them. You get the orthocenter. So I want to find the altitude AD and also BE. Okay. To find altitude AD, so first I have to find the slope of BC. Slope of BC, difference of y coordinates by difference of x coordinates. So you will get minus 2 by 9. So altitude's slope of altitude will be 9 by 2, so that these two are perpendicular to each other. Product is minus 1. Then equation of altitude AD, point slope form. Point is minus 5 minus 7, slope is 9 by 2. So y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So equation of altitude AD we have obtained here. So let us call this first equation. Similarly, I want to find the equation of altitude BE. So first I have to find the slope of AB. A and B are known, so you can find the slope. Difference of y coordinates by difference of x coordinates. So therefore, what is the slope of altitude CF then? CF. Altitude CF I want to find, not BE, altitude CF. CF is perpendicular to AB. I have found the slope of AB. Slope of AB 1 by 2 means slope of altitude CF will be minus 2, so that their product is minus 1. Now point slope form. Point is C minus 5 comma 6 and slope is minus 2, so you can find the equation y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So that is the equation, second equation, altitude CF. So solving them you get the orthocenter. First equation as it is I have taken, but second equation I have multiplied by 2. Then subtract, you will get 13x plus 39 is equal to 0, so x equal to minus 3. Put x equal to minus 3 in the second equation, you get y is equal to 2. So x minus 3 and y is equal to 2, so orthocenter is minus 3 comma 2. So I have marked it here. Orthocenter H is minus 3 comma 2. Let us see the next example. If the equations of the sides of a triangle are given, the three sides are given, find the orthocenter. In the previous problem, the vertices are given directly. We have found the orthocenter. Now, the equations of the sides are given. So again, we have to refer to the diagram. So I have marked the equations of the sides here. 7x plus y minus 10, x minus 2y plus 5, x plus y plus 2. Okay. But here we have to find vertices, two vertices first. Let me find vertex A and vertex B. Vertex A is obtained by solving this pair of lines, this line and this line. So you get vertex minus 3 comma 1. Okay. Vertex A minus 3 comma 1. So altitude AD, next I have to find. But altitude AD is perpendicular to the side BC. BC is 7x plus y minus 10. So perpendicular line will be in the form x minus 7y plus k equal to 0. But how do you find the value of k? It is passing through A minus 3 comma 1. So put A minus 3 comma 1 in this equation to get the value of k is equal to 10. So put k is equal to 10 here. So equation of the altitude is x minus 7y plus 10 equal to 0. Equation of the altitude AD. Similarly, vertex B is obtained by solving this pair of equations. Okay. So a vertex B is 2 comma minus 4. So altitude BE. Altitude BE, it is perpendicular to which side? It is perpendicular to the side AC. AC equation is x minus 2y plus 5 equal to 0. So perpendicular line will be in the form 2x plus y plus lambda is equal to 0. But how to find lambda? This altitude B is passing through B, 2 comma minus 4. By substituting 2 comma minus 4, you get lambda equal to 0. So the equation of the altitude B is also obtained. Now here this is one altitude, this is another altitude. So solving them, you get the orthocenter. Next page. So let us call this first equation, then let us call this second equation. So first equation is multiplied by 2. Second equation I have written as it is. Then subtracting, you get the value of y equal to 4 by 3. Put y is equal to 4 by 3 in the second equation, then you will get x equal to minus 2 by 3. Therefore orthocenter H is x coordinate minus 2 by 3, y coordinate 4 by 3. Okay, let us see next example. Now circumcenter. In the first two examples today, we have found the orthocenter. In the next two examples, we are going to find the circumcenter. So circumcenter of the triangle when the three vertices of the triangle are given. Again refer to the diagram. Three vertices are marked. So circumcenter is the point of concurrence of the perpendicular bisectors of the sides. So first we have to find the midpoints and then find the equations of the perpendicular bisectors. So let D be the midpoint of here. Let D be the midpoint of the side BC. Therefore D is equal to B plus C by 2. B plus C by 2 minus 3 plus 5 by 2 comma 5 minus 1 by 2. So it is 1 comma 2 I have marked here. Then let us find the slope of BC first, because our perpendicular bisector SD is perpendicular to BC. So slope of BC, difference of y coordinates by difference of x coordinates, it is minus 3 by 4. So slope of SD, perpendicular bisector of the side BC, which is perpendicular to BC, its slope must be 4 by 3. Because minus 3 by 4 and 4 by 3, the product will be minus 1. Now equation of SD, point slope form. Point is D 1 comma 2 and slope is 4 by 3. So point slope form y minus y1 is equal to slope into x minus x1. So simplifying, you will get 4x minus 3y plus 2 equal to 0 is the equation of the perpendicular bisector SD. Similarly, let us find E, the midpoint of side AB. A plus B by 2, that is minus 1 comma 4 I have marked here. So perpendicular bisector SE is perpendicular to AB, side AB. So slope of AB you have to calculate. Slope of AD. Slope of AB I have to calculate first. Difference of y coordinates by difference of x coordinates. So you will get the slope of AB minus 1 by 2. Therefore slope of SE, which is perpendicular to AB, it will be equal to 2. Then point slope form. To find the equation of SE, we have to use point slope form. Point is minus 1 comma 4 and slope is 2. Okay. So y minus 4 is equal to 2 into x plus 1. So 2x minus y plus 6 equal to 0 is the equation of the perpendicular bisector SE. Then we have to solve the equations 1 and 2. This is 1 and this is 2 to get the circumcenter. First equation I have taken as it is, but second equation I have multiplied by 2, 4x minus 2y plus 12 equal to 0, and then subtracted, you will get minus y minus 10 equal to 0, so y is equal to minus 10. Put y is equal to minus 10 in the second equation above here, then you will get the x value minus 8. So minus 8 minus 10 is the circumcenter. So mark minus 8 minus 10 here, circumcenter. So this point, whether it is correct or not, you can check up by checking whether the distances SA, SB, SC are equal or not. Because circumcenter has got a unique property. It is the only point equidistant from the three vertices of the triangle in the plane of the triangle. So you can check whether SA, SB, SC are equal or not. Let us see the next example. 22. Here also circumcenter, but now the equations of the sides are given. So here first you have to find the vertices by solving the pairs of sides. Okay, we have to find all the three vertices. So first vertex A. Refer to the diagram. Vertex A is obtained by solving the two equations. I have solved the equations by using rule of cross multiplication. A is equal to minus 2 comma 3, and I have marked it here. Similarly, to find the vertex B, I have to solve this pair of lines. Again, I have used the rule of cross multiplication. B I have found 1 comma minus 2 here. I have marked it here. Again, vertex C. To find vertex C, I have to solve this pair of lines. Again, I have used the rule of cross multiplication. C is 2 comma 1. I have marked it in the diagram. So I want to find the perpendicular bisectors of the sides AB and AC. So I have to first find the midpoint of AB. Let F be the midpoint of AB. So F is equal to A plus B by 2. So it is minus 1 by 2, 1 by 2. I have marked it here. Now, perpendicular bisector of the side AB. AB is 5x plus 3y. Therefore, perpendicular bisector will be 3x minus 5y is equal to k. But how do you get k? It is passing through the point F minus 1 by 2, 1 by 2. So by substituting that point, you find the value of k. K is equal to minus 4. So therefore, the equation of the perpendicular bisector, I have found it is in the green color here. Okay. Next, let us find the perpendicular bisector of the side AC. E is the midpoint of A and C, so A plus C by 2. A plus C by 2 is 0 comma 2. Okay. So perpendicular bisector of AC, which should be perpendicular to this line x plus 2y, must be in the form 2x minus y plus lambda equal to 0. How to find lambda? It is passing through E 0 comma 2. So substituting 0 comma 2, you get lambda is equal to 2. Put lambda is equal to 2 in the equation, you get this blue equation. 2x minus y plus 2 equal to 0 is the perpendicular bisector of what? The side AC. Okay. E 0 comma 2, I have to mark. These two sides are equal. These two sides are equal. Okay. So I have found two perpendicular bisectors equations, one in green color, other one is blue color. By solving them, I get the circumcenter. Next page. So these are the equations. Just by using the rule of cross multiplication, I have found the circumcenter. It has got fractional coordinates minus 6 by 7, 2 by 7. Okay, let us see the next example. Find the incenter of the triangle formed by the lines y is equal to root 3x, y is equal to minus root 3x, and y is equal to 3. Y is equal to root 3x is a line passing through the origin. Please refer to the diagram. It is a line passing through the origin. Its slope is root 3, means tan 60 is equal to root 3. So its inclination is 60 degrees. So it is making this line passing through origin and making an angle 60 degrees with the positive direction of x-axis. I have marked it here. Second line y is equal to minus root 3x is also passing through origin, and slope m is minus root 3. That means tan 120 is minus root 3. So its inclination is 120 degrees, means it makes 120 degrees with the positive direction of x-axis, means it makes angle 60 degrees with the negative direction of x-axis. Here this is 60 degrees passing through origin. So this line is y is equal to minus root 3x. So these two lines are just symmetrical about y-axis. They are just like reflections of each other in the y-axis. Okay. So therefore, what is the acute angle between them in between? 60 degrees. Because total angle on a straight line is 180 degrees. So this angle in between must be 60 degrees. Okay. The third line, y is equal to 3, is a line parallel to x-axis at a height of 3 units above x-axis. So x-axis and y is equal to 3 are parallel lines, and y is equal to root 3x is a transversal. Therefore, alternate angles will be equal. So here you get 60 degrees at the point A. Similarly, taking y is equal to minus root 3x as transversal between the parallel lines y is equal to 3 and x-axis, here you get alternate angle 60 degrees here at B. Because this angle is 60, that angle also must be 60, alternate angles. So therefore, the triangle formed by the three lines OAB is clearly equilateral. So we have to find the incenter. But for a equilateral triangle, incenter and centroid are same. So we can easily find centroid now. OD is clearly altitude, because this angle is 90 degrees. Because the line y is equal to 3 is parallel to x-axis, means perpendicular to y-axis. But in an equilateral triangle, altitude will be the median also. These two will be equal. So OD is median. So median, its length is 3 units, because this line is y is equal to 3. So OD is the median and its length OD is equal to 3. So centroid G will divide the median in the ratio 2:1. So OG is to GD is equal to 2:1. Therefore OG must be 2 units, so GD must be 1 unit. So that total OD will be 3 units. Therefore OG 2 units, so it is G is on the y-axis, means G must be 0, 2. That is the centroid. But centroid and incenter are same, so incenter also must be equal to 0, 2. For an equilateral triangle, centroid, incenter, circumcenter, orthocenter, everything coincide. Okay. So incenter is 0, 2. Let us see the next example. 24. Find the orthocenter of the triangle whose sides are given. Okay, this type of problem just now only we have done, but why again? Why again? Because there is a slight difference here. So there is one point to be noticed here. See the equations of the observe the equations of the three sides of the triangle. So what do you notice here? What is your comment? The first line and the third line, did you notice that they are perpendicular? 4x minus 7y plus 10 equal to 0, 7x plus 4y minus 15 equal to 0 are clearly perpendicular to each other. Ax plus by plus c and bx minus ay plus k, they are perpendicular. So a1 a2 plus b1 b2, if you calculate 4 into 7 plus minus 7 into 4 will be clearly 28 minus 28, 0. Therefore, that is the condition for two lines to be perpendicular. These two are perpendicular. That means a right angle triangle is formed by these three lines, unless the three lines are concurrent. Third line we have not checked. If it is not concurrent with the first two lines, which are perpendicular to each other, then they will form a right angle triangle. Okay. So, in a right angled triangle, the right angle vertex is the orthocenter. You know that. Is it not? So, that means just we have to solve these two perpendicular lines to get the orthocenter. So, by using the rule of cross multiplication, I have found the orthocenter, and it is 1, 2. It is the point of intersection of the perpendicular lines. So, right angle vertex is the orthocenter. And you can see that this point 1, 2 is not lying on the third line. It is not satisfying. Means the three lines are not concurrent. That means they are forming a right angle triangle. Okay. Therefore, orthocenter is 1, 2. So, here the orthocenter is easily obtained by noticing that two lines are perpendicular out of the three lines. Okay. So, that is the point to be noticed here. Next question. 25. Find the equation of the straight line making non-zero equal intercepts on the coordinate axis and passing through the point of intersection of the lines. So, a line should pass through the point of intersection of these two lines, and it should make equal intercepts on the coordinate axis, but those equal intercepts should not be 0. 0, 0 not allowed. Any other number a is allowed. Okay. So, you know that any line passing through the intersection of L1 equal to 0 and L2 equal to 0 will be in what form? L1 plus lambda L2 equal to 0. So, I have taken the line in that form. First line plus lambda into second line. So, I have put it in the form ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Okay. X coefficient 2 plus lambda, y coefficient minus 5 minus 3 lambda. I have taken minus common, and constant term 1 minus 4 lambda. So, to find lambda, we have to use the information that the intercepts are equal. So, let us put this line in the intercept form. To put the line in the intercept form, first we have to take the constant term to the right side. So, 1 minus 4 lambda taken to the right side, 4 lambda minus 1. Divide by 4 lambda minus 1 both sides. Okay, I will get this equation. Then to put it in the form x by a plus y by b is equal to 1, the numerator quantities 2 plus lambda and minus of 5 plus 3 lambda must be brought down. So, I have put it in that form. X by a plus y by b is equal to 1. Now, the equal intercepts means x-intercept and y-intercept. X-intercept is this bracket, y-intercept is this bracket. They should be equal. So, I have equated them. These will be equal provided both left and right numerator is same. If 4 lambda minus 1 equal to 0, that is if lambda is equal to 1 by 4, then they will be equal. But in that case, if 4 lambda minus 1 equal to 0, what happens is, the equation of the line you see here, 4 lambda minus 1 equal to 0 means there will be no constant term in the equation of the straight line. That means the line will pass through origin. Of course, the x-intercept is 0, y-intercept is 0, but that is not allowed here according to the question. Non-zero equal intercepts. Therefore, 4 lambda minus 1 cannot be 0. Therefore, if you cancel it out, denominators must be equal. 2 plus lambda is equal to minus 5 minus 3 lambda. So, 4 lambda is equal to minus 7. Lambda is equal to minus 7 by 4. Put that value of lambda in the first equation here. Minus 7 by 4. Okay, here. Then multiply by 4. Then simplify, you will get the equation to be x plus y plus 32 is equal to 0. So, is it making equal intercepts? What are the equal intercepts here? X plus y is equal to minus 32. So, x by minus 32 plus y by minus 32 is equal to 1. So, x-intercept minus 32, y-intercept minus 32. They are non-zero numbers. So, this is the correct answer. Let us see the next example, 26. Find the circumcenter of the triangle. Again, 3 equations of the 3 sides are given. Again, circumcenter. Again, what do you notice here? First line and the third line are perpendicular to each other. Therefore, here also a right angle triangle is formed. For a right angled triangle, the midpoint of the hypotenuse is the circumcenter. So, refer to the diagram. X minus y is equal to 2 here, and x plus y is equal to 0. These are perpendicular lines. So, right angle vertex is A. Okay. A is not required. We want the circumcenter. So, the third line 2x plus y plus 5 equal to 0. Suppose it is here. Suppose B and C are the vertices, other vertices other than the right angle vertex. Then midpoint of B and C, that will be circumcenter. So, B is obtained by solving this equation and that equation. C is obtained by solving this equation and this equation. Then we have to find the midpoint. So, all this is done here. Vertex B I have found by solving the 2 equations. B is minus 1 comma minus 3. I have marked it here. Similarly, vertex C is obtained by solving these 2 equations. And C is minus 5. I have marked it here. Then finally, I have to find the midpoint of B and C. Circumcenter is S is B plus C by 2. So, I have found it as minus 3 comma 1. Minus 3 comma 1. Okay. So, it is easily found because we have recognized that 2 sides are perpendicular. Okay. 2 sides are perpendicular. So, midpoint of the hypotenuse is the circumcenter. Next example number 27. Find the equations of the straight lines passing through the point minus 10 comma 4 and making an angle theta with the line x minus 2y is equal to 10 such that tan theta is equal to. So, refer to the diagram. So, this blue line is our line x minus 2y is equal to 10. A minus 10 comma 4 is not on the line. You can check up. It is not satisfying the equation. So, therefore, I have marked it away from the line. And passing through this point A, we have to find 2 lines, each making the same angle theta. So, here theta and theta, where theta is tan inverse 2. Tan theta is 2 means theta is tan inverse 2. That means we have to find 2 lines which form an isosceles triangle with the line x minus 2y is equal to 10 as base and each base angle equal to theta, where theta is tan inverse 2. Okay, what is the slope of the given base x minus 2y is equal to 10? If you put it in the form y is equal to mx plus c, slope you can find that it is 1 by 2. So let the slope of this required line be m. Let us take it as m. This slope is 1 by 2, that slope is m, and the angle between them is known, tan inverse 2. Therefore, what is the formula for tan theta? Angle between two lines. 2 is equal to tan theta. Actual formula is m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2 mod of that. Okay. But here the slopes m1 m2 are, one is unknown quantity m, other one is 1 by 2. So mod of m minus 1 by 2 by 1 plus m into 1 by 2. Okay. So in the modulus, inside the modulus, multiply by 2, mod of 2m minus 1 by 2 plus m, then separate the modulus, separate the numerator and denominator, mod of 2m minus 1 by mod of 2 plus m. All this is equal to what here? This is 2. Now cross multiply. Mod of 2m minus 1 is equal to 2 into mod of 2 plus m. To remove the modulus, there are two methods. One is squaring both sides, other one is putting plus or minus on one side after removing the modulus. So let us use the second method. 2m minus 1 is equal to 2 into 2 plus m by taking the plus sign, or 2m minus 1 equal to minus 2 into 2 plus m by taking the minus sign. So in the first, see, this point is very, very important. See, all the students, please note here. Here m is getting cancelled out. 2m minus 1 is equal to 4 plus 2m. 2m gets cancelled, you will get minus 1 equal to 4. What is this minus 1 equal to 4? Absurd thing. Here, it means that m is not defined, undefined, infinity. Infinity. If m is infinity, then only it happens. Clearly, two lines must be there. From the diagram, two lines must be there making the same angle, acute angle, theta. But one line you are not able to find, m means that m must be undefined. So always you take it like that. Okay. M is undefined means the line is parallel to y-axis. That is why you are not getting the slope there. So parallel to y-axis means its equation will be in the form x equal to k. And it is passing through the point minus 10 comma 4. So put this point there and you will get k is equal to minus 10. So x equal to minus 10 is one of the lines. So this line is x equal to minus 10. So this point is very, very important here. Minus 1 equal to 4, you are not getting the value of m means m is undefined. So a line is parallel to y-axis. Its equation must be in the form x equal to k. So other one you will get easily. This side you have taken minus sign. So expanding you will get y is m equal to minus 3 by 4. Point is minus 10 comma 4. Slope is minus 3 by 4. You can easily find the equation of the line point slope form. So it is 3x plus y plus 14 is equal to 0. So these are the two sides forming an isosceles triangle with the given line x minus 2y is equal to 10. Okay students, time is up. We'll stop here. Tomorrow we'll do some more problems. Okay.